What's good, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. Let me start this up. And I'm cooking with gas this morning, y'all. I fixed all, and I'm learning stuff about sharing and doing stuff. And I'm here. I'm here. Boom. Ha. Okay. Okay. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. We made it, y'all. We made it. We are here and we're buckling up, y'all. I'm so glad for you guys to check it out this morning. Listen, um, we are here. This is day 3 of the How to Say No with a Smile. Oh my goodness, y'all. I need y'all to understand. This is epic. This is huge. This is transformational. How to say no with a smile. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know why you need to be part of this, and you know why you need to check this out. As soon as you saw the name, you're like, "Oh, that's me. That's me. I need to learn how to say no with a smile." It's possible, and I'm telling you, I've been working on this. Believe it or not, this book and this platform and this framework for over 5 years, and we're here. The book is done. That is the foundation. Kindness Defined. This is the book right here, and we are building a foundation here. This man, I'm it, believe it or not, it should have been here at least 2, 3 years ago, but it doesn't matter what it took to get here. We're here now. And I'm telling you, I need you to join, be part of this journey. I need you to come on board. And I'll be honored and blessed if you just grab a copy of the book. I'm telling you, it's a practical book. It's a memorable book. It's a personal, and I share deeply about my transition from being a former nice guy to being a kind one. I share my life story, and it's very meaningful for me. And this is definitely going to be dedicated to my mom who recently passed away. But I'm telling you, this book, I think you'll love it. It's funny, it's interactive, it is again practical. I'm all about having immediately applicable principles. That's what I'm all about. That's what I love to teach on. That's how I love to teach is immediately applicable principles that we can apply to our lives right now. Okay, and that's what I believe kindness is. Kindness is love in action. It's God. It's God's love on the ground, boots on the ground, in a tangible, practical way. Love is the principle. Kindness is the application of that principle, where you and I can reach out and we can grab hold of this thing. Okay. Um, if you haven't already, do me a favor, hop on, follow me at Kindness Defined, and also sign up for the newsletter. And tonight, I'm going to be sending out a newsletter and just thanking everybody for joining and for being part of it. I need y'all to buckle up for this thing. This is going to be a movement. And you have all these questions. Oh, okay, who am I to do this? Why should I be part of this? And I'm talking to myself, but I'm telling you, somebody has to jump. And for us, intro powered, we get stuck up here. And I'm going to talk about that today. We get stuck. We get stuck in our head trying to be perfect, being really, if you really want to, let me just tell it straight, really being prideful, and we really think we're, helping. Oh, I got to help everybody else, but we're really hiding. Cheryl Riley quoted famously that we are not humble, we are hiding. A lot of us intro powered people, we are not humble. We think we're humble, but we're really hiding from who we really are. And today we're going to talk about that. Let's jump in. And so, again, to say no with a smile, there's, again, the practical benefits: improved mood, pain relief. And I'm landing this plane. I'm coming back here every single day because we need to smile more these days. And I get it. I know. We're in a global pandemic. Things are really, really challenging. And for us, intro powered people, we find ourselves doing a lot more with a lot less time. There's more expectations, and people are, expect things to snap back to normal. We can't control what other people say or do. All we can control is what we say or do. And we got to be very careful on what we allow to happen and what we allow to take up our time and resources. Okay. But smiling, I mean, it's a universal principle. It doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter who you are, doesn't matter where you're from, where you live, what's going on in life. If we just start with smiling, start there. Improves our mood, pain relief, lowers blood pressure, strengthens the immune system, and is a stress reliever. We should look for opportunities to smile every day. Smile and laugh. Smile and laugh. We should look for that every day. Okay. So I'm challenging us to do that. So we need to start smiling. And then the shift happens. The transformation happens when we can smile and say no at the same time. I'm telling you, it's a reality. It is possible. But some of us, we got to do some work. We got to do some growing. We got to do some maturing. Okay. We got to start putting fear to the side. We can do it scared, but we got to start putting fear to the side. See, we got to be like this brother right here. We got to be able to say, no, look at that smile. There's no animosity. There's no frustration. There's no fussing and cussing. It's all about being able to say no. And some of us don't know why we need to say no, why it's so pivotal, why it's so important to say no. I'm telling you, it's about boundaries. It's about knowing our worth, knowing our value, knowing our purpose. And let me say this, everybody who will listen to this today or listen to this, whatever, we are built for this. We're built for it. This season of life that we're in, this chaos that a lot of us find ourselves in. And we're finally starting to, as a country and as a planet, starting to get back, getting used to these masks all day. We're starting to get used to it, but we're not really there. And I'm telling you, it's for us intro powered, not the other word. And the extroverts, they live in, they have a positive connotation. I'm talking about us. We are intro powered, meaning that we gain energy and strength and clarity and focus by being by ourselves, by taking time away from others so that we can recalibrate, we can refocus, we can gain energy. We've been in this pandemic going on 2 years now. It's time. 2022 is coming, y'all, and we need to buckle up. We need to get ready to make the shift from not only being nice to being kind, but we need to learn and to focus and to master how to say no with a smile. How do we do it? How do we do it? We got to be like this, brother. We got to be able to say no with a smile. And how do we do it? I love this. I found this on a great follow on Instagram and Facebook, Mindful Christianity. And they posted this, and it just spoke to me loudly as I was preparing for our session today. And it says here, and it's a little panda and it's a little tiny little dragon. Just, okay. And it says, what is more important? Asked the big panda, the journey or the destination? The company, said the tiny dragon. I need y'all to slow down right here. Okay. What is more important? So many of us focus on the destination, the goal, which is important. But I believe all three are equally important. Why? Because, again, the destination, some of us need to reach, that we need something big. We need a bigger yes in order to say no. We need a big yes so big that it literally has its own gravitational pull that can pull us up out of that bed on these cold, frosty mornings. Like I had to jump up and help Ed today get ready and get to the car and scrape off the little ice that was on there, the little frost. Oh, we're here now, y'all. It's fall/winter. We here. We need something big enough that will motivate us to get up out of the bed. Come on, intro powered. We love the bed. We love to relax. We love to chill. But we need something big in our lives, a goal that will motivate us to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning and hit that workout and not be lazy, not fall into that trap. We need it, y'all. We need to find that, okay? The journey is the character transformation that we will manifest on our way to our destination. That's why we need a big goal, because the bigger the goal, the more likely and the more opportunity there is to transform our character, because that's equally important. And that's why the framework talked about S is to specify our goals and values. Goals must be accompanied with values and character transformations that we know we are struggling in. We cannot get a goal. We cannot have a desire that we want without being willing to step into the character transformation in order to receive it and to sustain it, to sustain the success. I'm telling you, this is pivotal. It is that we cannot want to be successful and not want to have the character. I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. And because the problem is that there's a lot of talented gift. There's a lot of talented people. Not we're going to talk about later the difference between talents and gifts. Okay, basically, talents are what you don't need God for. Gifts are directly infused from God that He has birthed inside of you, and without Him, you can't operate in that gift. So that's a little quick summary. So we gotta have the goals and desire to want to do big things for God, along with the character to sustain us, i.e., Joseph from the Bible. See, talent got him to the top, and his giftedness got him to the top, but his character sustained him there and protected him. That way we can inspire trust and people willing to follow us because we have character. Character still always will and still matters, even in this global pandemic. A lot of folks' character is being exposed, but a lot of us need to work and to improve our character so that when we get the goal, we can help others. Oh, I'm telling you, this is real, y'all. This is, let me keep going. But also, we got the destination, the goal. The journey is the person we become, character development. Then like the little dragon, tiny dragon says, the company, who we meet on our journey to success, whatever version that looks like, who we meet along with who we become is equally important, because then we start talking about community. Then we start talking about being around like-minded people that can help us. Iron sharpens iron. Like these are spiritual principles, y'all. Don't overlook and overstep these. I'm telling you, 2022 is the opportunity to step into the destination, the goal, and the big dream that we have, to step into it, the character transformation that we need to sustain us, and the people that we meet that will encourage and support and uplift us when we get down, when we get discouraged. We need community to do all these things. Let me keep going. Okay. How to say no with the SMILE framework. SMILE. This is the framework. Monday, specify our goals and values. M is measure our available resources in order to get organized. We have to get organized. We need a system of kindness. Where we talked about, we got to master our self-care, that we need a system that organizes our calendar and the task, and we break down our goals into small, bite-sized morsels that we can easily do consistently, and we build that momentum. Motivation is one thing, but momentum is what moves the needle. Momentum is what pushes doors down, what opens opportunities up. Momentum, y'all. We can get motivated, and motivation is good here and there, but we need to be consistent. But in order to be consistent, we got to do it little by little. I heard E.T. say, small steps, great distances. Every day, little by little by little by little. I know it. I've been living it, y'all. I'm telling you, 5 years in the making, getting this book out. Now we're with the framework. Today we're going to talk about, and I hope everybody's either on their way to work or getting ready for work. I hope y'all are listening to this. Okay. I is illuminate. Illuminate, y'all. Listen, what does illuminate mean? Okay. It means to supply or brighten with light. To light up. Oh my goodness, y'all. I need y'all to understand where we're going here. It's time to light it up. It's time to light it up. You know what it is. It's time to light it up. It says to make lucid or clear. We cannot afford to go into 2022 without clear goals and character and knowing the person that we want to become along with the goal we want to achieve. We got to get clear on it. We got to get crystal clear. We're going to talk about that today. To decorate with lights as in a celebration. The E, we're going to talk about the E, is we're going to talk about what that means is to express that joy. When we step into this thing, there's a joy we need to have, because that joy and that energy, there's no way other people won't be around you that won't get excited about it. Oh man, I'm jumping ahead. I'm jumping ahead. Last one. Uh, is to enlighten as with knowledge to decorate. Listen, our lives are beautiful. This life is beautiful. It's not perfect. It's beautiful. Especially not when we're not just existing, but we are living. And see, now let me talk about us intropowered people. Why we struggle with saying no. Listen, these are the reasons why. While a lot of us we struggle right here. I need y'all to understand and absorb this. Right, reasons why we don't illuminate our yes with 1,000 no's. That's the I. That's the I in the smile framework. Illuminate our yes with 1,000 no's. How come we don't do that? We've lost sight of our purpose. Of our purpose. Again, if we don't know who we are, we don't know what to do. We don't know. A lot of us don't know. And what problem is that we think and we actually believe that we're built for the background. And there's a lane of leadership that we need to operate in. And I believe it's connected to our giftedness. Not only our talent, but our giftedness. Remember, our giftedness is directly attached and connected with our source of power and our relationship with God. So we can operate in our giftedness in proportion to our consistent connection with God. But a lot of us have lost sight of our purpose, and what we've done is, as intro power people, we've attached ourselves to someone else's purpose. And we're great at support. We can do that, but I believe there's a lane. We can still support, but I'm telling you, it's order of priority. We can still help. We can still do all those things, but there's a lane of leadership we need to step into that we are birthed and born to do. Again, we are built for this. There's a lane in which you are gifted and you are talented, and we need to step into it. I finally found it here, y'all. This is what I'm built to do. I'm an exhorter and I'm a teacher. So I'm excited. I finally finished the book, and I'm now I get to exhort and encourage everybody. I love doing these webinars. I love it. I look forward to it. I can barely sleep. I'm so excited to get ready to hop on. We need to find our yes, and we need to protect our yes, the giftedness and the goal and the dream and desires we have. We need to protect it with 1,000 no's. We don't say no because, again, we're unprepared. We don't have a system of kindness. We don't have a planner. Like, shout out to the Michael Hyatt Full Focus Planner. This is what I use. I love it. It helps me plan out and map out my goals. And then it also it's just a really thorough and well thought out planner. So if you're looking for one, grab a copy of that. We'll talk about that more. And then the last thing, why we don't say no is because we're not consistent. Consistency is what moves the needle. Small steps, great distances, showing up every day, consistent. Now, we do this for others, but for some reason, we find the opportunity not to do it for ourselves. Let me keep going. Okay. The Bible, this is, and if you happen to catch this and you're not a Christ follower like I am, this is a spiritual principle. Okay. This is spiritual. This is deeply spiritual. It says, let. Let. What does let mean? To allow to pass through a particular direction, not prevent or forbid. Oh, I need y'all to hear this. We need to let our light shine. Again, our light, what is that? Our purpose and our giftedness. That's our light. We need to let it shine. We need to not, and Jesus was talking about in the best sermon ever preached. In this sermon in Matthew 5, he's talking about the light. In connection with him, we get light. He pours in his light in us so he can shine through us. How does he shine? Through our giftedness and our purpose. And the goals and desires that we have to be a blessing for others, right? We need to let your light shine. Get out of the way, I'll say. We get stuck in our own head. We try to be perfect. And then, see, pride gets in our way, intro powered. It does. It gets in our way. And we can't let the light shine before men. It's not about getting the shine. It's about receiving the shine from God and letting Him see what He's doing. And we know because of our giftedness, disconnected from Him, we got nothing. We don't bring anything to the table. But in connection with Him, look what the Bible says, that they may see your good works, the works, the giftedness. When you operate in your giftedness, that's the works that he's talking about. When we everything our hands touch is blessed because we're using our spiritual gifts, let me be clear, to reflect him so that he gets the glory. And we find, see, it's connected. God gets the glory, but we find true joy and satisfaction out of life. You have no joy and real satisfaction until you identify and operate in your purpose, which is tied to your goals and desires and your giftedness, your spiritual giftedness. What's your spiritual gifts? I got that's book. I think that's probably gonna be book number 4. I already finished book number 2. Believe it or not, book number 1 is on its way. Book number 2 is right behind it, a devotional to go along with Kindness Defined. And I'm working on a title, Kindness, God's Love in Action. I'm working on it. Then number 3 is, I'm playing around with the order. Either way, the opportunity is that, see, I started with character, kindness, because character with gifts without character is talent. And talent will get you in the door, but kindness and character will get you to the top and sustain you there. Okay, I need y'all to receive this. Let your light so shine. Get out of the way. Okay, so how do we do this? Let me land the plane here. See, these are areas real quick. Where do we say no's? Where are these 1,000 no's? We need to illuminate our yes. Make it shine so everybody is clear and you're clear. But we got to protect it. We have to safeguard it. And I heard Michael Hyatt say stuff like, we need to protect our calendar with sharp edges. And then we need to have what's the word I'm looking for? Where we need to have I'm drawing a blank now, but we need to make sure, as along with everything on our calendar, there's margin. That's the word. We need to have margin. There's space between everything in our calendar. But the challenge becomes that our calendar looks like we're working for someone else constantly 24/7. And we never have time for ourselves. And we never have our opportunity for our light, our giftedness, our goals, our desires to shine. And again, it's not about pride. It's about being used by God to be a blessing to others. Okay? These are the areas. These are where we can include and start incorporating our 1,000 no's, other people's priorities. Okay? Listen to me. Not that we cannot help, not that we cannot support. And we're wired for that, but I need us to find our lane of leadership, operate in that, prioritize that, then we can help others. But when other people's priorities become our priorities, then we have a problem. Then we start fussing and cussing. But we are outwardly compliant, like Henry Cloud says in Boundaries. We're outwardly compliant, but inwardly resentful. That's where we get into major problems, because we've made other people's priorities our priorities. But then we've stuffed our priorities down deep. And we act like we don't even have them. I'm okay. I'm fine. Yes, I'll do it. Yes, I'll help. Yes, I'll be there. Yes, you can have this. Yes, you can have that money. Yes, you can have this time away from my wife and my family. Yes, I can put you before my self-care. Yes, 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 yes. Then all of a sudden, our yes gets stifled and it vanishes and it disappears. But then we're really frustrated. We don't tell anybody. We just walk around saying, I'm fine. Fearful, insecure, neurotic, emotional, fine. But we're not being honest because we haven't learned. And then L is learn. Tomorrow we're going to talk about how to learn. We got to learn how to say no. It's a character quality on how to say no. Saying yes all the time is a character flaw. That's being nice. It's a character flaw and we need to work on it. It's not helping anyone. By saying yes constantly, it helps literally no one. Just like I believe being nice literally helps no one. It doesn't transform. It doesn't move the needle. It's not memorable. It's not deeply spiritual. Kindness is. Being nice is not. I'm bold. I'm saying this clearly. And I want to make sure I'm being clear and kind. Being nice is a form of transaction. You do this for me, then I'll do this for you. But kindness says, I'll do this for you without wanting anything in return. And the only way to do that is when you've prioritized and put yourself in a place that when you give, you're not giving out of scarcity. You're not giving for applause and want everybody to see you because you're insecure. You're giving from a place of genuine generosity and kindness, wanting no shine, wanting nothing in return. Because God said he's going to get the glory when we represent him and let our light shine. But when we start being prideful, then we try to get the shine and not God. Number 2, emotionally draining relationships. We got to say no, and with a smile. See, we wait and wait and wait, and people keep calling us. We know when we see the phone call. We know on our screen. We know who it is and what they're calling about. And by the time we're finished talking, they're gonna be exhausted, and they're not helped. They don't want help. They don't want help most of the time. They just want a bellyache, and there's a space for that after you have prioritized your time where you need to be, your self-care, your relationships, your goals and values. Then you say, you know what? I'm not available. Or better yet, now I'm going to talk about this. Number 4 is what time you're accessible. I mean, one of the greatest features on these phones is the do not disturb feature. And I got to wrap this. Listen, I'm trying to change lives. I'm trying to make the character transformational shift going into 2022. If you have not yet, I need you to practice and master I want to say the gift, but the blessing of the do not disturb. That way, if people call and you don't answer, you do not disturb because you've prioritized your goals, your self-care, and your character development, and whoever it is can wait. Oh, it's an emergency. There's ways to include so that there's certain people that can call and get through to do not disturb. You got to learn. We pay all this money for these phones, y'all. We got to master. This is what we got to master. We paying all this money. We should know exactly how our phones work. And right. We need to know how to do certain things, but the goal, the mindset is I must prioritize my goals and values and character development and my self-care in order to exponentially help people more than I ever would be before. We could do more once we prioritize our self-care and our priorities. Then we are in a space mentally, physically, emotionally to do exponentially more, and us intro-powered love this even more efficiently. Okay. Again, another place. Social media death scrolling. This is our problem. This is power. This is where we struggle. Is that we on social media and we're looking at everybody else kill it. We're looking at everybody else do amazing things, and we're they call it hate liking. Like, man, again, outwardly compliant, inwardly resentful. We're happy for others, and we like it, comment. But inside, man, I should be doing it. I can't. This is the worst part. And people, we see intro power, we have a distinct way of seeing things, and we know when things are wrong. And we see people doing it wrong, but then they're charging full price. Or we're overcharging people and getting paid. And we look, and then we start fussing and cussing. Then we're mad because we know we should be doing that thing. We know we should have already been there, but then we're inwardly resentful. We're bitter. Man, I should be doing it. I can't believe they're out there doing it. And I'm hate liking, death scrolling. We seen everybody else stepping out and pushing for their goals, pushing for their dreams, things that they want to happen. Businesses they want to start, nonprofits, spaces where they can help transform lives and change lives. But what we're doing, we'll support, but then while we're supporting inside, we're like, man, I should be doing my own thing. See, when we do our own thing, and we get to a certain place, then we can turn around and help others and encourage others and lift them up too. But it's an order of things, y'all. I'm telling you, there's a lane of leadership we need to step in. But the only way to get there is to illuminate our yes with 1,000 no's. See, number 5 is harboring bitterness, hate scrolling, dooms. They call it death scrolling, doom scrolling. We're just scrolling, living vicariously through everybody else's life. But really, we start harboring bitterness. And bitterness is suppressed anger. We don't express it. It's your power. We struggle. We stuff it and pretend and are nice. Let me keep going. Let me finish this up. One of my favorite things as far as lights are fiber optics, y'all. I love fiber optics. And this this is the new version of Christmas. Like y'all know how Christmas starts. It's already, we already, soon as Halloween is over, Christmas. I mean, forget, we just hop over Thanksgiving. You might see a commercial here or there, but it's all about, some people already put some Christmas lights. And I'm like, I'm for it. I'm for it. I love what they're talking about. Oh man, I love watching. And I remember growing up in DC. And we you have the big Christmas tree downtown and all that. But in my neighborhood, we would drive around Northwest DC. And I mean, all the blocks were lit up. And I would love going to see different people's Christmas decorations on their houses. It would just be beautiful, and it would be creative, and it would just bring so much joy. It would be perfect. It would be snowing a little, and you know how the streets of DC are narrow, but I mean you can see it up close and personal. It was so beautiful. One of my favorite parts of growing up in DC is I would get to see all the Christmas lights driving through the neighborhoods. Everybody would be participating. And now, this Christmas we finally into the I said we finally are going to do the Christmas lights. We're gonna finally do it, and I'm looking for some fiber optic. Y'all know some fiber optic Christmas decorations or anything fiber optic. I just love. I think it's just beautiful, especially the ones that change color. Oh, it's awesome. But I'm telling us, now is the time. We must illuminate our yes, just like those Christmas lights that we getting ready to start seeing. Every time we see a beautiful Christmas decoration or a Christmas tree and it's lit up beautifully, we should be like, man, I need to illuminate my yes. I need to give it some shine. I need to put some resources in place, and I need to give it a name so that I can let my light shine. And it's not about being prideful by sharing. And I'm going to talk about this. Let me keep going. But it's about giving an opportunity. As we step out, other people will be courageous and step out too. I'm telling y'all, I'm stepping out. Things are not where I thought. And in my head, I want to be perfect. See, that pride tries to lift up. But I'm telling you, done is better than perfect. Intro powered, hear what I'm telling you. Done is better than perfect. Step out, because there's lessons to learn on the way. You will never learn if you stay up here, you stay in your notes, you writing everything out, wanting to be perfect, you research and planning, research, plan, notes, talk, but never do. Every time you see those Christmas lights, y'all, I want us to see that as someone illuminating their yes. Illuminating, bring it to the surface, let everybody, now, and let me wrap up here. Let me wrap up. Ways to illuminate your yes. Number 1, write down your goals and values often. Okay, we got to write them down. We got to write them down. We got to write them down. Sometimes a pen can write what words can never say. And this is a spiritual principle, and it's a really physiological principle. Is that even when we wake up in the morning and we go to bed at night, I got to get back on my game. We got to start writing out our goals and values. Okay, what we want to accomplish, and the kind of person we want to be, the character development, the work that we need, and we're talking to God, we're praying, we're processing, we're journaling, all these things, right? So that we got to write them out, because even when we go to sleep, and right before we go to sleep, we write them out, we journal them, we process, we reflect on them, our goals and values. Our brain starts working on them while we're asleep. Our brains are so powerful that when we go to sleep on, it starts processing and looking for opportunities and ways to make the dreams and goals and character development a reality. That's why we got to write it down. Now, next one. I'm telling you, this is the beginning. Number 2, I feel like I want to rush, but I'm telling you, we got to do this, y'all. Intro powered is time. It's time. It's time. There's a group of people that are missing out because we're hiding in the background. We're not humble. We're hiding. Sherry Riley is the person that gave that quote, and it transformed my. It made a significant shift in my perspective. I thought I was being humble by helping everybody else, doing everything else. No, I'm hiding from the giftedness and the purpose that God has birthed in me. I'm hiding. I'm done hiding, y'all. That's why I'm on this webinar. That's why we're here together. Intro powered people, it's time to stop hiding. We cannot go into 2022 hiding anymore. The world needs us. We've gotten the energy. We've gotten the strength. We've been storing it up. We just like that solar powered battery. We've been absorbing it. We've been inside. We've been on lockdown. We've been writing. We've been praying. We've been talking. We've been learning. We've been and us Interpower, we live on all these different webinars, but we never put it into action. 2022, it's a time to make all that energy, give it an opportunity to be expressed, give it an opportunity to shine. Those goals and dreams and desires that you have that God, I really believe that God's birthed them in you, and you go to sleep thinking about them. You wake up thinking about them. Now it's time to put one foot in front of the other and put some traction on that thing. You know who you are. And number 2, share your goals and values. Now, not with everybody, and I would strongly encourage us to find a safe space, a community of like-minded people in which to do this. We don't share this with everybody. I don't believe it should be public. When you post, I'm finally learning about Facebook, and you gotta. And I changed my settings. I didn't know, and some things are public, and right, some people can see it. I believe with our goals and values, it's a close, small knit community of like-minded people that we need to share it with, because they can help encourage, sharpen, exhort. Sometimes we need a kick in the pants. Like, come on, I say, man, you slipping, dude. You slipping. Come on, man. Let me go with you. Let me support you. But we got to do this thing, because there's people missing out because you're not operating in your gift. And dare I say, there's people that God wants to. He's looking for channels of blessing. He wants to bless us so we can bless others. But if the channel is blocked, God has to use what you want God to do? He birthed you for this. You're built for this. Number 3 is we got to add our goals and values into our schedule and calendar. We need a system of kindness that includes self-care, prioritizing our goals and values, and then find ways to connect with our community, with like-minded people that are heading the same direction that we are. We can't stay isolated forever. Even in this virtual space, there's safe spaces, judgment-free spaces. That's what my goal is to develop a kindness movement where we can do this thing. Now, kindness doesn't mean quiet now. We are clear. And see, kindness can speak the truth, but then also walk alongside and partner. Okay? Being nice says, no, you're good. But you see, like, whoa, man, what are you doing? Last one. Again, we need to illuminate our yes by protecting it with 1,000 no's. Last one is to courageously say no to any and everything that doesn't align with your yes. This takes courage, y'all. But that's why we need a community. Sometimes we need to reflect and bounce it off other people that get it. Us intro-powered people, we need a community in which to do that. And say, I don't know how to have this conversation. And then we remind each other, okay, it's going to be 30 seconds of uncomfort. It's not going to feel awesome, but it's better than living with all these years of regret that have been adding up, and you've been stuffing and stifling your yes. It's time to courageously say no, to put those boundaries in place so that our yes will shine and it will be illuminated. And then God will get the glory. I'm telling you, this is the reality, and it's time for it to operate. It's time for it to happen. And I'm going to wrap up here, but I need y'all to do me a favor. Thanks for hopping on. Listen, we got to do this together. Okay? And if you haven't already, do me a favor, follow me on at Kindness Defined on Instagram, Facebook page, Kindness Speaks. And then I got a podcast, newsletter. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, let's do this together. Oh man, it's time to let it shine, y'all. I'm telling you, Christmas is coming. But don't let 2022 come without our yes becoming a priority. And moving forward, I'm going to give us an opportunity on how to make this reality, how to do this. And I'm creating a space on how we can say no with a smile. Y'all have an awesome Wednesday. And remember, be kind, not nice. Let's go.